And the more that I shot photos and wrote about the photos, the more I felt comfortable talking about it on social media.
Gigi and I have something where Gigi has expressed, her a lot of things behind the screen that a lot of people don't know that she expressed on social media. And someone that I kind of gone through the same way. I've grown up with a learning disability that I went through elementary school all the way through college, and people were amazed at how I got so far, and I never really shared to anyone. So between special needs kids to people who grown up with, problems and, dealing with stuff behind the scenes, I understand them. I care for them because I had my own issues growing up. But on my side, I've actually hid that, and I don't really express it. I don't really tell people. I've only told a couple people, which right now I'm telling the world, but still keeping a little secret. But Gigi has, you've blown up what you have. You wanted to spread positivity. You wanted to spread to the world what you go through every single day. And you made TikToks, Instagram videos, YouTube. And I want you to explain what you go through, what you have, and people that are going through the same, problems as you every single day, how they can, reach out to you and have someone to, talk to about the same situations that you go through.
I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder, POTS, and mast cell activation syndrome. I was diagnosed with EDS when I was just 11 years old. And in a way, it was a good diagnosis because a lot of the times EDS is actually misdiagnosed and mistreated for years, which can make people have worsening symptoms and things like that. But luckily, I found out at a young age, so I was able to start managing my symptoms earlier. That doesn't mean that I was the best at doing it or understanding the magnitude of what I had at such a young age, because being told you're sick for life is like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with that as a 13-year-old? And it can be really frustrating at times. Sorry, I have the hiccups now. It can be really frustrating at times, but once I got to college, I did a lot of reflection, and there were several moments where professors and friends doubted my illness because I look like a able-bodied, healthy, woman. And my illness is not something that people can see. It's not like I can come in and, have stitches up my face or like a cast on my arm. And while that happens sometimes with EDS, because I do need braces and like things like that, I do a pretty good job of keeping them hidden. So I'll wear them under clothes. There's KT tape that I wear all the time to help my shoulders stay in place a little bit better, help my posture. And my biggest frustration, which is why I ultimately started actually making art about it, was because people weren't believing me. And I thought to myself, how can I use my image making and photography skills to really start talking about something that you literally cannot see? So how do I document people that have EDS without making it seem gimmicky? How do I document my lifestyle with EDS, going to appointments and going to PT before the sun is up even every morning? Like, how do I share that with people? And ultimately, I made my senior thesis about it. I have an online book that you guys can see all my images in, but basically I had this moment of, at the same time that I was dealing with my eating disorder and dealing with friends not really being there, they were also kind of like what put fuel in my fire to really continue making this book and keep talking about it. And as I was doing that, I was really using my art to heal. And the more that I shot photos and wrote about the photos, the more I felt comfortable talking about it on social media. And I thought, oh, like it goes really well hand in hand. So I started doing that. And back to what I told you guys earlier, I just want to be a source of positivity and hopefully some encouragement. I mean, I don't want to glorify the elements of chronic illness, mental health, and disability. But I want to educate people on experiences that I've gone through that they might relate to, or know somebody who has a chronic illness or a mental health issue or a body confidence issue, an eating disorder, a body image issue, and they can come to me and say, oh, wow, like I never thought of it from that perspective before, or I went through the exact same thing. I love how you've dealt with it. I didn't think of dealing with it that way, or, so that's kind of how I decided to start sharing about it on social media.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed these short clips, don't forget to go on Mic for Success on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Music to check out the full podcast. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and put comments down below on things you want to hear in the future.